Yeah, I wish you do your homework well.
Saya harap
Because you have
saudara,
many assignments to do, right? Here, we have to.
saya harap saudara mengerjakan PR
Yeah,
di ITI.
because yeah, you have to have many assignments only then you will study.
Jadi kita memang harus punya banyak PR supaya kita belajar. Kalau nggak ada PR nggak belajar.
자, 복음도표 마무리해보겠습니다.
So let me finish the gospel chart.
Jadi saya akan menyelesaikan diagram ini.
하나님 나라가 땅에 가는 것이
So God's kingdom must come upon this world.
Kerajaan Allah harus datang atas dunia ini.
그리스도 십자가에서 모든 일이 끝났다.
Christ finished all the problems on the cross.
Kristus menyelesaikan semua masalah di atas kayu salib.
부활하신 예수가 주시다.
And resurrected Christ is our Lord.
Dan Kristus yang sudah bangkit, dia menjadi Tuhan kita.
그리스도가 승천해.
And Christ resurrected. And then he ascended into heaven.
Kristus naik ke surga.
지금 보좌우편에 계신다고.
And right now he's sitting at the right hand of God.
Pada saat ini dia duduk di sebelah kanan tahta surgawi.
다시 오신다고요.
And then he promised that he will come to this earth again.
Lalu dia berjanji bahwa dia akan datang ke dunia ini lagi.
지금 우리가 승천과 재림이 사이.
And now we are located between ascension and the second
Dan
coming.
sekarang kita ada di masa di antara kenaikan dan kedatangan yang
우리는
kedua.
승천이 뭔지 좀 이해해.
Then you must understand what ascension is.
Dan saudara harus mengerti kenaikan ini apa.
자, 사도행전 구절 보니까 많은 제자들 본 앞에서 하늘 올려.
Acts 1:9 in front of many disciples, and they were looking at him, and at the time he was taken up to the heaven.
Jadi kisah para rasul 1 ayat 9 disaksikan oleh murid-muridnya Yesus naik ke surga.
하늘 올리신 주님이 마가복음 12장 12절과 보좌편이 아니에요.
Mark chapter 16 verse 19 says that Jesus Christ who was taken up into the heaven, it says that he is sitting at the right hand of God.
Dan Markus 16 ayat 19, Yesus Kristus yang naik ke surga, dia duduk di sebelah kanan tahta surgawi.
대전 3장 20절에 보면 보좌 예시가 천사들 능력 권세들이 복종하더라.
And it says that since he was sitting at the right hand of God, that's why all the authorities and the angels they were surrendered.
Pertama Petrus 3 ayat 22. Karena dia duduk di sebelah kanan tahta surgawi, kepadanya diberikan segala kuasa sehingga segala otoritas dan malaikat tunduk kepadanya.
원수를 완전히 빨아줄 때까지 옆에 앉아 있어라.
And then God said to Jesus, 1 Corinthians 15 verse 25, it says that until the moment that your enemy will become your footstool, you'll sit at my right hand of God, at my right hand.
Pertama Korintus 19 ayat 25. Sampai saat di mana segala musuh-musuhmu kujadikan tumpuan kakimu, engkau akan tetap duduk di sebelah kananku. Firman Allah.
그래서 10편 110편 1절에서
So this is a fulfillment of Psalm chapter 110 verse 1.
Jadi ini adalah penggenapan dari Mazmur pasal 110 ayat 1.
승천의 말이 뭔 말인지.
And what is the meaning of ascension?
Apa maksud dari kenaikan?
부활하신 주님께 모든 권세가 있는데.
Matthew chapter 28 verse 18. To resurrect Jesus Christ, all the authorities were entrusted to him.
Nanti pasal 28 ayat 18, segala kuasa diberikan kepada Yesus Kristus yang bangkit.
하늘과 땅이 모든 것에 다 있습니다.
And all the authorities of heavens and the earth was given to him.
Dan segala kuasa di langit dan di bumi diberikan kepadanya.
사도행 10장 3절 보니까 만민을 주시다.
Acts 10:36 it says that he is the Lord of all.
Dan kisah Rasul 10 ayat 36, dia adalah Tuhan dari segala-galanya.
보좌에 앉은 주님이 일곱 별 잡고 일곱 편 사 있습니다.
And Jesus Christ who is sitting at the right hand of God, grabbing hold of 7 stars, he is walking between 7 golden
Dan
lampstands.
Wahyu 1 ayat 20, Yesus Kristus yang duduk di tahta surgawi duduk menghadap duduk berjalan mengelilingi 7 kaki dia dengan memegang 7 tongkat dari emas.
가정이 19장 12절 보니까 만왕의 왕이시와
Bintang.
In Revelation chapter 19, verse 16 says that he is the Lord of Lords and King of Kings.
Dan Wahyu 19 ayat 16 dia adalah raja di atas segala raja dan tuan di atas segala tuan.
그래서 여러분이 하나님이 부활하신 분 지난 주님께 그리스도께 모든 통치를 위임하여.
So does that mean? It means that God, He entrusted all the sovereignty and authority to Jesus Christ who was resurrected and then was ascended into heaven.
Jadi apa maksudnya? Maksudnya adalah Allah mempercayakan segala kuasa dan otoritas kepada Yesus Kristus yang duduk di sebelah kanan Allah, tata saudara.
모든 원수를 받아들고 왕노를 한다고 말씀하시고요.
King and Lord.
그리스도께 모든 통치를 위임.
And He says, unto the moment that your enemy will become your footstool, you will stand at my right hand. And then it means that God entrusted all the sovereignty
Jadi
to Christ.
sampai saat dimana segala musuh dijadikan tumpuan kakinya. Jadi Allah memberikan padanya segala kemuliaan.
그래서 하늘 위에 땅 위에 땅 안에 모두가 다 그 예수를 주시하고 신해야 되고 복종해야 되고.
And that's why, like all the creatures in the heaven and on the earth and under the earth, they should all confess that Jesus is their Lord, that they should submit before Him.
Soalnya biarlah segala makhluk yang ada di atas bumi, di bumi dan di bawah bumi, biarlah segalanya mengaku bahwa Yesus Kristus adalah Tuhan dan bertekuk lutut di hadapannya.
그래서 이런 부활신앙 지난번에 이 그리스도가 나의 주가 되시는 거예요.
So what is resurrection faith? It is about this. It's about this resurrected Christ becoming my
Jadi
Lord.
iman kebangkitan itu apa? Iman kebangkitan adalah Yesus Kristus menjadi Tuhan saya.
나의 주인이 내가 알고 그리스도.
So like my Lord, Lord of mine, is not me anymore, but it is
Jadi
Christ.
Tuanku, Tuhan dari hidup kita bukanlah diri sendiri tapi Kristus.
자, 그 그리스도가 다시 오신다.
And that Christ will come to this earth again.
Dan Kristus ini akan datang ke dunia ini lagi.
아직 안 오셔도 분명 오신다고 하세요.
Even though He has not really come to this earth yet, but He surely promised to us that He will come to this earth.
Meskipun dia belum datang ke dunia ini, tapi dia berjanji bahwa dia akan datang ke dunia ini sekali lagi.
올라가실 때 제자들이 하늘 쳐다볼 때 그때 흰 옷 입은 두 사람이 거기에 서서 말하십니까? 너희가 온 그리스도는 너희가 올린 하나님의 그리스도는 너희가 뭐 그대로 다시
Dan kisah Rasul 1 ayat 11 berkata bahwa hai orang-orang Galilea, mengapa kamu berdiri melihat ke langit? Yesus ini yang terangkat ke surga meninggalkan kamu akan datang kembali dengan cara yang sama seperti kamu melihat dia naik ke surga.
여러분이 이 재림할 주님을 기다려.
And that is why you should wait for this Jesus Christ who will come to this earth again.
Itulah sebabnya kita menantikan Yesus Kristus yang akan datang ke dunia.
그냥 기다리는 게 아니다. 마태복음 24장에 이 천국 복음이 모든 민족에 온 사람들 그대로 끝이야.
Matthew chapter 24 verse 14 says that you should not just wait for Him, but it says that until the moment that this gospel of the kingdom will touch all the nations, and the end will come.
Dan Matius 24 ayat 14 berkata bahwa kita tidak boleh hanya menunggu saja, tapi sampai Injil Kerajaan Allah ini diberitakan ke semua bangsa, barulah tiba kesudahan.
재림과 세계 복음화의 시간이 맞물려.
So the coming of Jesus Christ and the world realization, they have a deep relation. They are connected.
Jadi kedatangan Yesus Kristus kedua kali dan penginjilan dunia, dua hal ini berhubungan.
그때 다시.
At that time, He will come to this earth again.
Dan pada saat ini dia akan datang ke dunia ini lagi.
재림하시면 뭐 하시냐?
And then when he would come to this earth again, what did He do?
Dan ketika dia datang ke dunia ini sekali lagi, apa yang dia lakukan?
심판해.
He will judge upon us.
Dia akan menghakimi setiap kita.
이제는 모든 이 땅에요. 그동안에 세상을 장구하고 계속 인간을 멸망하고 사단을 치우고.
So when He would come to this earth again, then He will condemn and then judge upon all people, and then He will also put Satan into eternal hell. Condemnation, judgment.
Ya. Jadi Wahyu 20 sampai 21. Jadi ketika Yesus Kristus datang ke dunia ini lagi apa yang akan dilakukan? Dia akan menghakimi setiap orang.
심판장은 계시록 20년 나와요.
And if you look at Revelation chapter 20 and 21, you can find the content about
사단은
this
지옥에
condemnation.
Kalau kita lihat Wahyu 20 sampai 21, kita bisa
Saatnya
lihat
죽은
apa yang
자의
terjadi dalam penghakiman ini.
The time he will put Satan into the eternal hell, and then he'll become the Lord of both the living and the dead.
Pada saat itu dia akan memasukkan setan ke dalam neraka dan menjadi Tuhan atas orang yang hidup dan yang mati.
죽음, 음부도 지옥에 들어요.
And then he'll put even death and the like hell and the haste to the hell.
Bahkan maut dan alam maut itu sendiri pun akan dimusnahkan, dimasukkan dalam lautan belerang.
이렇게 해서 이제 이 땅에 하나님 나라를 맞아.
So number two, so in this way, the kingdom of God is going to be completed on this earth.
Dan seperti inilah kerajaan Allah akan
Completion.
digenapi.
새 하늘과 새 땅이
The time new heaven and new earth will come to this earth.
Dan pada saat inilah langit baru dan bumi baru akan datang.
새 예루살렘이 위에서 내려.
So New Jerusalem will come from the above.
Dan Yerusalem baru akan jatuh, akan datang dari
이전
atas.
하늘, 이전 땅, 이전 바다를.
So the old earth and the old heaven will disappear.
Dan langit lama, bumi, dunia lama akan hilang.
더 이상 여러분 눈물, 고통, 고난, 아픔 이런 거.
So at the time there will be no more tears, suffering,
Pada saat ini
anymore.
tidak akan ada lagi ratap tangis, penderitaan.
역시 주님 재림하셔야 완성.
And then when Jesus would come to this earth again, only at the time this kingdom of God will be completed.
Hanya ketika Yesus Kristus datang ke dunia ini lagi, maka pada saat itulah kerajaan Allah lengkap.
여러분 이걸 놓고 할 때요 뭡니까? 이 승천과 재림 사이.
So when you think about this, you also must think about this too.
이 승천과 재림
About
사이에
between ascension and second coming.
Jadi ketika kita berbicara tentang hal ini, kita juga harus berpikir seperti ini.
여기
Di
지금
antara
우리가
kenaikan dan kedatangan.
여기서 여러분이 지금 하나님 나라가 지금 그래서 십자가의 부활하심으로 하나님 나라가 시작됐는데 이 나라가 완성되는 재림까지 사이에 보좌 주인이 뭘 하시냐?
Why? Because like by Jesus Christ coming to this earth and then by him being resurrected, the kingdom of God started, right? And then this kingdom of God will be completed when Jesus would come to this earth again. But Jesus Christ, who is sitting at the right hand of God, what is he doing right now?
Jadi ketika Yesus Kristus datang dan disalibkan di dunia ini, pada saat itulah kerajaan Allah dimulai. Dan dia pun naik ke surga, duduk sebelah kanan tahta surgawi. Apa yang dilakukan?
그리스도가 초림하셨고 다시 오신다는 요 사이.
So Christ would come to this earth again, and then he came to this earth first, right? And then he will come to this earth later. So right now we are just standing in the middle.
Jadi Kristus telah datang ke dunia ini, dia naik surga dan dia akan datang ke dunia ini untuk kedua kalinya. Dan saat ini kita berada di antara kedatangan pertama dan kedatangan yang kedua.
여러분이 이렇게 화살표 진행이죠.
So you can draw one like this.
Dan kita bisa menghubungkan garis miring seperti ini.
자,
This is important.
이 하나님 나라가
Penting.
그리스도가 이 땅에 오셔서 십자가에 지고 부활하심으로 하나님 나라가 결정이 시작됩니다.
So Christ came down to this earth and then by him crucified on the cross and then resurrected, kingdom of God is started crucial.
Kristus datang di dunia ini dan dia disalibkan di atas kayu salib, tapi dia bangkit pada saat inilah kerajaan Allah dimulai.
이 사단의 나라고 하나님 나라.
And this is kingdom of Satan
Ini yang
and
pertama
the
adalah
other one is
kerajaan
kingdom of
setan.
God.
Yang sebelah adalah kerajaan Allah.
사단이 온 땅을 점령하여 어디 어디가가 만미 발다.
And that at first, before Jesus Christ came to this earth, and this kingdom, this world was really filled with the darkness, and then the darkness covered this world.
Jadi sebelumnya ketika Yesus Kristus datang ke dunia ini pertama kali, dunia ini dipenuhi dengan kegelapan menutupi dunia ini.
예수님 오셔서 뭐라니까 회개하라 하려니까.
And when Jesus Christ came down to this earth, what did he say? He says that repent for the kingdom of God is near.
Ketika Yesus Kristus datang ke dunia ini, apa yang dikatakan? Dia berkata bahwa bertobatlah sebab kerajaan Allah sudah dekat.
자, 하나님 나라가 이 땅에 이제 임했기 때문에요. 회개하고 하나님 나라 들어가는.
Since the kingdom of God is here already, that's why just said that you have to repent and then enter into the kingdom of
Jadi
God.
karena kerajaan Allah ini sudah dimulai, sehingga kita harus bertobat dan masuk ke dalam kerajaan Allah.
이 나라가 이제부터 계속 뭡니까? 이 세상에 하나님 나라가 확정돼요.
So from now on, this kingdom of God is expanding continuously.
Jadi sampai saat ini pun kerajaan Allah perlahan-lahan diperluaskan.
그렇죠. 하나님 나라는 계속 확장.
So the kingdom of God is spreading continuously.
Jadi kerajaan Allah ini sedang diluaskan.
반대로 마귀 나라는 자꾸 위축돼.
But on the other side, the kingdom of Satan is continuously decreasing.
Tapi di sisi lain, kerajaan setan perlahan-lahan berkurang. Akhirnya
마태복음 14장 예수님 천국 비유를 말씀.
Matthew chapter 13, Jesus explained about the parables of heaven.
Dalam Matius pasal 13, satu pasal ini Yesus memberikan perumpamaan yang menggambarkan tentang kerajaan Allah ini.
하나님 나라는 마치 씨앗을 뿌리고 놓은 것 같아.
Kingdom of God is just like a farmer sowing seeds.
Yesus berkata kerajaan Allah ini seumpama seperti benih yang ditanam oleh petani.
씨를 뿌리면 뭐 깃발 떨어지시고 뭐 돌짝발 떨어지시고 가지도 떨어지는데 그게 상관없다는 겁니다.
And when you really sow or plant seed, the seeds it can be really like spread, or it can be planted on like street, on the road, or on rocky place, bushes. Well, it doesn't really matter.
Jadi Yesus berkata bahwa kerajaan Allah seperti benih. Ketika benih ini ditabur di jalan, di semak belukar, di bukit berbatu, maka tidak akan menghasilkan apa-apa.
옥토에 떨어졌다.
But once the seed is like planted into the good soil,
Tetapi ketika benih ini jatuh ke tanah yang subur,
30배, 60배, 100배.
then it'll bear 30, 60, and 100 false times fruit.
maka akan berbuah 30, 60, 100 buah.
그럴까요? 가짜들 많습니다.
That's why there are many false ones.
Itulah sebabnya ada banyak yang palsu.
가짜들은 복음 절대 안 돼요.
For those false ones, the gospel never enters into them.
Untuk mereka yang palsu, Injil tidak pernah masuk bagi mereka.
그러니까 가짜들은 가도 상관없어요.
That's why it is okay for us. It is okay for those like
Matius 13 satu pasal.
those false ones. It is okay for us so that they can just go. They can just go. It doesn't really matter for us.
Jadi untuk orang-orang yang palsu tidak apa-apa kalau mereka pergi.
그러니까 막 복음 진짜 아니면 이렇게 듣기 싶고 하면 올 필요 없어요.
So if you don't really want to listen to the gospel or something, then you don't have to come. If you don't want to listen to the gospel, then you don't have to come.
Jadi kalau mereka tidak ingin untuk mendengarkan Injil, tidak perlu datang.
왜냐면 나도 가짜 듣는다고 시간 낭비, 돈 낭비, 다 낭비.
Why? Because if I'm also with those false ones, then for me it is also like waste of time and waste of money.
Karena ketika saya ada bersama-sama dengan mereka yang palsu, itu hanya membuang-buang uang, membuang-buang waktu.
가짜들은 안 해야 되지. 손해니까 내가.
Why? Because the false one, they must not come, and once they come, actually it is my loss.
Karena untuk orang-orang yang palsu tidak perlu mereka datang, tetapi ketika mereka datang itu adalah kerugian bagi saya.
그래요. 복음을 전했더니 이게 뭐 도착받았단 말이야. 깃바닥 같아. 그거 가짜 아니야.
Isn't it so like I also plant this gospel, right? And then the people who receive this gospel, they are just like this rocky place.
Saya hanya memberikan Injil saya, tapi orang-orang seperti ini, mereka seperti bukit berbatu.
그런데 옥토에 하나만 떨어져도 30배.
But once the seed is really planted into like good soil, then it will bear fruit like 30, 60, and 100 times.
Tetapi ketika benih ini jatuh ke tanah yang subur akan berbuah 30, 60, bahkan 100.
그것이
So we have to find it out.
Saudara harus temukan ini.
예수님께서 분명히 하나님 나라가 확장되는 비밀이 복음이 모든 민족에게 끝이야.
Because to just truly mention like this, the mystery of kingdom of God to be expanded is this: the gospel must be preached to all nations.
Karena Yesus sebenarnya memberikan rahasia akan kerajaan Allah ini. Injil akan diberitakan ke semua bangsa bahwa tiba kesudahan ini sebenarnya rahasia kerajaan Allah.
그러니까요. 한 지역에 진짜 옥토 하나만 찾을.
And that's why like you have to find out one good soil in one area.
Itulah sebabnya saudara harus menemukan satu tanah yang subur di sebuah wilayah.
분명히 36배.
Why? Because for sure it'll bear the fruit 30 and 60
Karena
and when
pasti
it
di sana
falls.
akan berbuah 30, 60 sampai 100.
열매가 진짜 몇이다. 가짜.
And even no matter how much you just wait for them, but there is no fruit at all. It means that they are false ones.
Tetapi ketika kita menunggu tapi tidak ada buah, mereka adalah palsu.
사단이 갈아서 덮으려.
Why? Because the Bible says that Satan also plants weeds.
Karena Alkitab juga menggambarkan bahwa setan juga menanamkan rumput, rumput.
마귀가
Ilalang.
마귀가 우리 파의 방향으로 가라지 쪽에 가서 심으라고.
Why? Because Satan, he can also plant those weeds so that Satan would like block our ministry.
Setan pun bisa menanamkan rumput atau ilalang itu untuk menghalangi pelayanan.
예수님께서 가만 놔두라.
But Jesus said that just let them just be there.
Tetapi Yesus berkata bahwa biarlah ilalang itu
없다가 잘못하면 그거 알고 다칠까요?
Why? Because like once you try to uproot those weeds, then you may also like hurt the true ones, grain.
Karena ketika kita mencoba untuk mencabut ilalang atau rumput-rumput itu, bisa saja kita salah cabut.
나중에는 아무 열매
cabut
뚜껑이
yang
안
benar-benar sejati.
But later,
그런 가라지를 비에다가 전부 버려가지고
those weeds they can't really bear like fruit, and then only the peel will just remain, and then later you'll just like cut them off, and then you'll just burn it, and you can just put it into the fire.
Tetapi akhirnya yang sejati, yang asli akan menghasilkan buah, dan yang rumput-rumput itu akhirnya akan dipotong lalu dibakar.
그러니까 가라지도 밤새고는 불때야 되니까 필요하다.
So if you want to cook, you also need this kind of weeds for making a fire, right? So that's why sometimes you also need those kind of weeds.
Kalau kita ingin memasak buah yang kita petik tadi, seringkali kita juga membutuhkan api. Rumput itu bisa dibakar supaya jadi api.
그런데
Seringkali juga hal itu dibutuhkan.
반드시 하나님 알고 진짜 옥토를
But for sure, God always prepared the good soil, that true grain, grain, not weeds, the true grain, true ones,
Not what?
not weeds, but grain, true ones. Bukan nafas.
Jadi seringkali ya, dan pasti Tuhan sudah mempersiapkan apa ya, benih-benih yang sejati itu.
겨자씨
And Jesus also gave up like parable about a mustard seed.
Yesus juga memberikan perumpamaan tentang biji sesawi.
겨자씨 하나 딱 심었더니 이게 막 자라죠. 나무가 돼야지. 온 동네 새들이 다
Once a small like mustard seed was like planted into the ground, and later it will grow, and then it become really big tree.
Ketika biji itu jatuh ke tanah, satu biji kecil saja akan berkembang dan menjadi pohon yang besar.
그러니까 보세요. 여러분이 내가 정말로 많이 필요 없다. 한 명씩 된다.
And that's why I always tell you like this: I don't need many people for sure. I really need only one person.
Terus saya selalu mengatakan seperti ini, saya tidak perlu dengan banyak orang, saya hanya perlu dengan satu orang.
옥토 같은 한 사람.
Isn't it so? One person just like that good soil.
Satu orang itu seperti ladang yang
겨자씨 같은 한 사람.
One person just
tanah yang
like
subur.
a mustard seed.
Satu orang itu seperti biji
저 가루
sesawi tadi.
생활인데 왜빵 만들게?
지가
사람이다. 누를 딱 심어.
And there is like a flour out there, and then how can you make bread out of those flour? It is really simple. All you have to do is just put some yeast to that flour. Right. How can you make bread out of flour? Flour.
Oh, ada begitu banyak tepung. Bagaimana kita bisa membuat roti dari tepung itu? Taruh saja ragi.
그러니까 누를까지.
So we need one person just like that yeast.
Jadi kita hanya perlu satu orang yang seperti ragi ini.
하나님 나라는 이런 방법으로 그렇죠. 은밀하게 점진적으로 필연적으로.
So the kingdom of God, it is expanded and spread in this way, like absolutely, but gradually, secretly.
Jadi kerajaan Allah disebarkan seperti ini, tapi secara rahasia, tapi berkembang perlahan, tetapi pasti.
그러니까 왜 합니까? 복음을 회복하고 전달할 자를 세운 거다.
So does that mean it means that God will like prepare and predestine those people who will restore this gospel and then deliver this
Jadi
gospel?
maksudnya adalah Tuhan sudah mempersiapkan orang-orang yang akan memulihkan Injil dan memberitakan Injil.
알겠습니까? 하나님 분명히
Jika saudara
이루어졌습니다.
mengerti,
God surely prepared this kind of
Tuhan
person.
benar-benar mempersiapkan orang-orang seperti ini.
인도네시아 전역에 쫙 숨겨져.
And this kind of people are hidden in all over
Dan
Indonesia.
orang-orang seperti ini tersembunyi di seluruh Indonesia.
전도는 여러분 걸고 움직이는 전도라고요.
And then what is evangelism? Evangelism is about like finding those
Dan
disciples.
penginjilan itu apa? Penginjilan adalah bagaimana menemukan murid-murid yang tersembunyi itu.
그러니까 가짜들이 안 와서 만들어 보세요.
And that's why all you have to do is this. You have to make false ones to not to come.
Oleh sebab itu yang harus kita lakukan hanyalah seperti ini. Membuat yang palsu itu supaya tidak datang.
뭐하고 자꾸 돈 주면요 가짜들 돈 받으러 와요.
Because if you like gather people together and then if you like give them money, then those false ones they will come. Why? Because they want to receive the money from you. That's why.
Karena ketika kita mengumpulkan orang-orang dan kita memberikan mereka uang, yang palsu-palsu itu akan datang karena mereka datang untuk menerima uang.
그렇죠. 어디 가서 선물 준다 그럼 선물 받을 거 아닙니까?
So just think about this. Like whenever you gather some people, whenever they just come, if you just give them like present or the gift or something, then they will come to receive the present from you, right?
Coba pikirkan tentang orang-orang ini. Ketika mereka datang, kita kasihkan mereka hadiah oleh-oleh. Mereka akan datang karena mereka mengharapkan oleh-oleh atau hadiah itu.
계속 복음을 줘.
But if you continuously give them the gospel only,
Tapi ketika kita hanya memberikan mereka Injil saja,
복음이 좋은 사람은 남고 복음 생각 다 먹어요.
then those people who love this gospel only they will remain. But those people who do not really like or love the gospel, they'll all leave.
maka semua orang yang mencintai, menyukai Injil akan tinggal. Tapi semua orang
복음을 회복해 전달하는 사람은
akan
남고
pergi.
나가요.
So those people who restore this gospel and then relay this gospel, only those people will remain. But all the rest of them, they'll just leave.
Jadi hanya mereka yang benar-benar menganggap Injil ini penting, mereka akan tinggal sampai mereka menyerahkan seluruh hidup mereka. Tapi yang palsu semua akan pergi.
어디 가도 한 명만 따시면 된다니까 한 명만.
That's why no matter where you are or no matter where you go, you have to find out this one person.
Itulah sebabnya kemanapun kamu pergi atau dimanapun kamu berada, hanya harus temukan satu orang ini.
하나 한 명 다 사는데 30명 60명 됐대.
Just like all you have to do is find out this one person, and through that one person you will bear fruit like 30, 60, and 100 folds.
Yang harus kamu lakukan hanyalah menemukan satu orang, tapi mulai satu orang akan berbuah 30.
하나를 딱 심었는데 나무가 되어서 새들이 있더라고.
And then, for example, when you just like plant one mustard seed, the small one, then later it just grow and then it become really big tree, and then even birds will just come and then they'll take a rest there.
Tapi ketika satu biji sawi itu terjadi tanah, tapi dia bertumbuh menjadi pohon yang besar, maka akan ada banyak burung yang berkumpul.
한 명을 딱 사람들이 전체다.
sawi.
And then, like even though you have only one disciple, but through the one person, like all people, they can be saved through him.
Dan melalui hanya satu murid, tapi melalui satu orang murid ini banyak orang akan diselamatkan.
하나님 나라는 마치 이와 같다.
So the kingdom of God is just like this.
알아듣겠습니까?
Kingdom of God is just like this.
Dan kerajaan Allah itu seperti yang dijelaskan tadi.
어느 지역도 알거든. 그 지역을 딱 갖고요. 뭐 여러분가 오전 방법 다 상관없습니다. 그러나 딱 기준이에요. 하나님이 진짜 겨자씨 같은, 그렇잖아요. 누룩 같은, 정말로 옥수 같은.
So when you go to like some place or something, like anywhere, it doesn't really matter. But and your method of evangelism can become different. It can be just any like method or something. But your standard must be this. You have to really find out one person who's just like the yeast.
Oleh sebab itu kemanapun saudara pergi tidak menjadi masalah. Dengan metode apapun saudara menyampaikan itu tidak menjadi masalah. Tapi yang harus dipegang hanyalah standar. Standarnya apa? Menemukan satu orang seperti biji gandum tadi.
그래서 300명 하면 30명 나오고 3명 나온다 이 말이야.
And that's what I'm telling you. Like if you really evangelize 300 people, then out of them 30 people will accept, and then out of them you'll find 3 people.
Oleh sebab itu saya mengatakan kepada saudara, kalau saudara melakukan penginjilan kepada 300 orang, maka 30 di antara mereka menerima Yesus. Terus 3 di antara mereka ini adalah murid.
So within 4 months, please find out these 3 people.
Jadi selama 4 bulan ini, tolong temukan 3 orang ini murid.
So if you can't really find them out, then I'll consider that you are not an evangelist.
Tetapi jika saudara tidak bisa menemukan 3 orang ini, saudara bukanlah penginjil.
Why? Because there must be these God's prepared disciples out there. That's why.
Karena di luar sana pasti ada orang-orang yang sudah disiapkan Tuhan. Amin.
That's why there is no other way. Just until the moment that you will find them out, you have to just have continuation. That's why.
Itu sebabnya tidak ada jalan lain sampai kepada kita bisa menemukan mereka. Kita harus terus mencari mereka. Amin.
한 동네마에 들어서 한 사람 다 뒤지는 이유도 딴 거다. 요거 찾으면 뒤지.
So for example, if you just go to one village, then there is a reason for us to just meet everyone there in that village. Why? Because to find out the one person.
Itulah sebabnya ketika kita pergi ke sebuah desa, ada alasan kenapa kita harus berjumpa dengan seluruh orang di sana, karena untuk menemukan murid.
아파트를 다 두드려 돌 수 있어요.
So for example, like when you go to the apartment like this, right? Then you can just like visit each and every house.
Itu juga sebabnya seperti kita datang ke apartemen, kita harus mengunjungi setiap ruangan yang ada.
도는 이거 뭐야? 요거 찾아.
What is the reason that we visit like each and every house there? To find these people.
Dan apa alasan kenapa kita harus pergi ke semua rumah yang ada untuk menemukan orang ini?
다 거의 아니라고 생각하는데 왜냐면 이거 거의 안 거야.
So like whenever you just meet people, we just think that most of people they are not disciples. Why? Because the number of disciples them are.
Ketika kita berjumpa dengan banyak orang, kita bisa lihat bahwa kebanyakan orang itu bukanlah murid karena jumlah muridnya hanya sedikit.
어떤 거는 그랬대요. 딱 돌면서 무조건 문 열면요. 나는 이 지역에 살릴 제자를 잡았다.
And then that's why there's a person like this. Whenever he just goes to one village or something, and then when he also goes to apartment or house or something, and then when people opens the door, then he always say like this: I am here. I just came to this area to find out one disciple who would save this area.
Itulah sebabnya tidak peduli kita pergi ke desa atau kita pergi ke apartemen, ketika orang itu buka pintu, kita harus katakan seperti ini. Saya
무슨 말입니까? 뭐 말이요? 이런
saya datang ke sini untuk menemukan satu orang yang akan menyelamatkan seluruh wilayah ini.
아, 되겠어 그거.
And at the time, of course, like most people they don't understand the meaning of it. That's why people they ask a question like this: oh, what is the meaning of that?
Oleh sebab itu pasti banyak orang tidak mengerti alasan akan hal itu sehingga mereka bertanya maksudnya apa.
이상한 사람만 가고.
And some people like, like he's a strange one, and then they just like close the door, right?
Ada juga mungkin orang-orang juga bilang orang yang datang ini aneh, langsung mereka tutup pintu.
미쳤나 하고.
And some people say like, oh, this is like orang gila, that this is so.
Mereka bilang orang gila.
근데요, 어떻게 될까? 내가 하나님이 이 지역에서 숨겨놓은 제자 찾을까? 내가 바로 제자입니까?
And then one time he also like visited one area, and then the one person opened the door, and then he also said the same thing, like I'm just here to find out the one disciple, like one hidden disciple or something. And then that person said like this: I am that disciple.
Tapi suatu hari ketika orang itu pergi ke sebuah rumah dan berkata bahwa saya kesini untuk menemukan satu orang yang akan menyelamatkan wilayah ini. Lalu orang tuan rumah itu langsung bilang, oh saya adalah orang itu.
그러니까 모든 사람이 다 뭐예요?
That's actually the person who asked that question. Actually, he was kind of surprised. He was kind of astonished, like what?
Bahkan orang yang tanya saja, orang yang apa ya, yang datang itu pasti juga kaget.
그 사람이 뭐가 있을까? 들어오세요.
So he was just standing there like this, and then the person of the house was like, oh please come in.
Orang yang datang itu yang cari murid itu, dia juga bisa kaget. Bahkan tuan rumah yang bilang, oh ya saya murid itu, yang akan bilang, oh mari datang sini, masuk.
그러면 앉으라 하고 그래 왜 오셨냐 얘기해보라 하고.
So he says like, oh please have a seat, and then
Ya,
how did
pasti
you
akan
come
bilang,
here? Come here.
Hah, Wayo?
And he's like, said like, please have a seat, and then he also asked a question like, oh, like how did you really just come to visit this area or something?
Dan dia pasti akan berusaha duduk dan dia akan bertanya bagaimana sampai bisa datang ke sini.
그러니까요. 내가 이 지역에 전도하려고 하니 정말 하나님의 예비인 제자 있다 하니까 내가 그 제자를 만나러 내가 이게 막 좀 다녀주려고.
And at the time, the person says that, oh, actually, like I just came here because I really believe that God's promise, God said that God prepared one disciple for this area, so I'm just like visiting this like area, looking for the one disciple.
Apa satu harus jawab orang yang kita sebagai orang mencari murid itu harus menjawab seperti ini. Oh ya, saya memegang janji Tuhan untuk berjumpa dengan satu orang murid yang akan menyelamatkan wilayah ini. Itulah sebabnya saya pergi untuk mencari seorang murid itu.
그래 이 사람이요? 아니야 그러니까 내가 지금 이 전도하고 싶은데 나는 그 무함마지 전도하지 말고 기도만 계속 하고 있죠. 이런 거야.
And then the thing is, this person in this house, he says that, oh, actually, like I really have the like, heart for evangelism, but I don't really know how to do that. That's how I was just like praying and then just waiting for God's time schedule.
Tuan rumah itu akan berkata seperti, oh ya sebenarnya saya juga punya hati untuk menginjil, tapi saya tidak tahu bagaimana caranya sehingga saya hanya berdoa dan nanti jawabannya Tuhan datang bagi saya.
요래 딱 만나게 돼.
And that's how they happen to meet together.
Seperti itulah mereka akan berjumpa.
당장 문이
And immediately the door was open for movement.
Dan secara perlahan pintu
Kira 둘이-
terbuka bagi pergerakan.
둘이 시간을 약속하고 여기서 이제 모이는 거예요.
So those two people, they like set the time and then they also they promised to just gather there together.
Dan kedua orang itu mereka membuat janji dan mereka berkumpul di tempat yang dijanjikan itu setiap hari.
뭐 전도한 사람 사역자 들어가고 이 사람은 이제 그 지역 조장을 해.
That's like that evangelist, he just like entered into this like village, that area as a minister, and then the person in the house, he became a like leader to gather people.
Dan orang penginjil yang datang ke daerah itu dia akan menjadi pelayan atas daerah itu, dan orang yang tadi menerima dia murid di sana dia akan menjadi orang bekerja yang melakukan orang-orang lain.
갈 때마다 사람들.
Isn't it really strange? Like whenever the minister really comes, he always bring new people.
Tapi sangat aneh karena ketika pekerja itu datang, dia akan membawa orang-orang baru.
많은 사람이 열심히 연결하고 거기서 같이
So
생기고.
many people accepted Jesus Christ and then they had Bible study there together.
Dan banyak orang akan menerima Yesus Kristus dan mereka akan belajar bersama-sama di sana.
하나님이 준비하라.
So God prepared them.
Jadi Tuhan sudah mempersiapkan mereka.
예를 들어 분명히 이걸 한다고.
So for the next 4 months, you must receive
Jadi
this answer.
sampai 4 bulan ke depan saudara harus menerima jawaban ini.
8월, 9월 첫 주에 만났을 때는 와서 보라고.
So when you meet together on the first week of September, like we'll all gather together in the Akyawali Surabaya, and then we'll have this kind of forum about this week.
Dan ketika kita berkumpul lagi bersama-sama pada tanggal minggu pertama bulan September, saudara akan berkumpul di Abdi Allah. Forum yang harus sampaikan lah ini.
간증하면 너무 신나게 그래가지고 계속 감동받고 막 이렇게 그 정도로 기억사를 하나의 분명히.
So to the extent that you share like a lot of testimony about this, and that's why like everyone is really touched by it and then moved in. To that extent, you should receive the answer from God. Okay?
Dan saudara-saudara harus akan bisa melihat bahwa dan saudara-saudara akan memperoleh testimoni.
보호자인 주님 지금 그걸 하고 계신다니까요.
Oh iya, karena ada banyak orang yang menerima dan seperti inilah semua orang akan tersentuh, tapi ini adalah jawaban Tuhan.
Why? Because Jesus Christ was sitting on the throne. This is something that He is doing right now.
Karena Yesus Kristus yang duduk tahta surgawi, inilah yang Dia kerjakan.
알겠습니까?
Can you understand?
Bisakah saudara mengerti?
여기 쓰임 반사를 보고 제자를 하는 거예요.
And then those people who are utilized for this, we call them as disciple.
Dan mereka yang dipakai untuk tujuan ini namanya murid.
보호자님이 일을 하시는데 여러분을 신부를 사랑하고 신부꾼으로 사용한다고.
And then Jesus Christ, who is sitting at the right hand of God, He is doing this work right now, and then He wants to utilize you as the one who will run an errand for this.
Nah, Yesus Kristus yang duduk tahta surgawi, Dia ingin memakai saudara sebagai pelayan untuk melakukan hal ini.
오늘부터 여러분 이걸 머리에 탁 넣어놓고요. 계속 기도하세요. 그리라.
So from today, please like grab hold of this coin and just put this in your head, and then please just pray for this continuously, and then please have a picture about it.
Jadi sejak hari ini tolong peganglah perjanjian ini dan masukkan dalam hati saudara dan berdoalah di hadapan Tuhan dan lihatlah sebuah gambaran yang besar ini.
주님 재림하실까지 이 계속 확장돼.
So until the moment that Jesus will come to this
Amen.
earth again, this kingdom of God must spread, must be expanded.
Sampai di mana kerajaan Yesus Kristus datang ke dunia ini lagi, kerajaan Allah ini harus diluaskan.
알겠어.
You understand?
Sekali mengerti.
마태복 14장 알겠지? 음미라면서도 필연자 점진적으로 하나님 나라 확장돼.
You know, you can understand about this Matthew chapter 13, right? Like inevitably and then gradually, but secretly, this kingdom of God is expanding.
Jadi saudara bisa mengerti tentang Matius pasal 13 kan, ini secara perlahan-lahan tapi pasti dan secara rahasia kerajaan Allah ini diluaskan.
그래서 그냥 회개하라.
Matthew
하나님
4, verse 17 says that repent for the kingdom of God is coming.
하나님 나라 가까워지니까 회개하고 복음 믿어라.
Mark chapter 1, verse 15. Since the kingdom of God is near, that's why you have to repent and then believe in the
Matius 4
gospel.
ayat 17, bertobatlah sebab kerajaan Allah sudah dekat, dan Markus 1 ayat 15, bertobatlah dan percayalah kepada Injil.
회개는 깨닫고 돌이키는 거야.
And what is repentance? Repentance is about this, realizing and then turning your back from it.
Jadi pertobatan ini apa? Pertobatan adalah seperti ini, menyadari lalu berubah.
여러분이 인생의 주인 좋아하시네. 사단이 주인이다.
Now you may think that, oh, I'm the master, I'm a lord of my life. Oh, it is really silly word. It is not you, it is Satan.
Saudara mungkin berpikir, oh saya adalah Tuhan, saya adalah penguasa atas hidup saya, tapi itu sangat licik, sangat jahat, dan yang lebih baik itu adalah setan.
여러분 나중심, 여러분 물질주의 성금주의 하면 반드시 사단이 들어요.
Like if you live your life like centered on yourself, centered on the physical material things, and centered on this like world, then you will absolutely be utilized by Satan.
Ketika saudara menjalani hidup saudara berpusat pada diri sendiri, berpusat pada hal-hal materi dan fisik, berpusat pada kesuksesan duniawi, maka saudara akan dipakai oleh setan.
그게 완전히 마귀의 너 종되는 방법.
And actually that is the way for you to become a slave of Satan.
Tapi sebenarnya itu adalah cara akhirnya saudara menjadi budak setan.
그걸 깨달아야 돼.
So you must realize this.
알겠습니다.
Jadi saudara harus menyadari hal ini.
깨달으면 그게 최고의 가장 악한 나쁜 죄라고.
And once you realize this, then you also like realize that, oh, actually that is the most wicked sin.
Ketika saudara menyadari hal ini, saudara akan sadar bahwa ternyata itulah dosa yang paling jahat.
그 언약을 파괴 하나님 반영한 죄라니까.
And that is the like sin to break down the covenant and then sin to rebel against God.
Itu adalah dosa yang akibatnya merusak perjanjian dan dosa yang membuat manusia merontak melawan Tuhan.
그래서 그리스도를 나의 주로.
That's why you have to accept Christ as my Lord.
Itulah sebabnya kita harus menerima Kristus sebagai Tuhan saya secara
이게
pribadi.
여러분 안에 하는 나라예요.
And now the kingdom of God is coming upon you
Nah,
then.
sekarang kerajaan Allah sudah datang atas kita.
외계 먼저 하는 나라이거든요.
So the kingdom of God must come upon me first.
Dan kerajaan Allah itu harus datang ke dalam saya terlebih
그러면
dahulu.
여러분 가는 곳마다 하나님 나라를 누리라.
Matthew chapter 12 verse 28 to 29. If that is so, then wherever you may go, you have to enjoy the kingdom of God.
Dan jika seperti itu maka Matius 12 ayat 28 sampai 29,
어디가 됩니까? 성령이 힘입어 귀신을 덜받아 저기 나는
kemanapun kita pergi kita harus menikmati kerajaan Allah.
And then what Jesus says that if I drive out demons by the Spirit of God, then the kingdom of God has come upon you.
Yesus berkata bahwa ketika aku mengusir kuasa roh jahat dalam, maka sesungguhnya kerajaan Allah sudah datang kepadaku.
여러분 그 있는 곳에 성령이 역사하고 사단이 결박되고 하나님 나라가.
So wherever you may are, if the Satan is really bound, and then if the Holy Spirit will comes upon you, then it means that the kingdom of God has come upon you.
Tapi ketika kemanapun kita pergi dan setan yang bekerja atas kita, maka itu artinya kerajaan Allah tidak bekerja atas kita.
그러면 이 나라가 계속 확장되는 게 여러분의 미션. 그렇죠.
Acts chapter 1 verse 3. If that is so, then like expanding this kingdom of God, it is your mission.
여러분 미션이
Dan kisah Rasul 1 ayat 3, jika benar kita harus meluaskan kerajaan Allah, maka itu menjadi misi kita.
Matthew chapter 13. What is your mission? Your mission is to expand the kingdom of God.
Matius pasal 13, misi kita apa? Misi kita adalah untuk meluaskan kerajaan Allah.
찾아내세요.
So you have to find it out.
Jadi kita harus menemukannya.
나로 말미암아 하나님 나라 확장되고 찾아내세요.
Then you really have to find out something. Then through this, the kingdom of God must be really expanded through you. So you really have to find it out what it is.
Jadi kita harus menemukan sesuatu. Kerajaan Allah harus dipulihkan melalui kita, dan apa yang harus kita temukan.
그러니까 내가 보고를 하면 뭐 길이 우리 돌이 있잖아요. 엘리야스 이런 사람들이 보고를 그 지역에.
So for example, like when I go to like Bogor, a person like Pastor Tony, Mr. Elias, and then like people like you must really become the ones who are in charge of Bogor.
Dan setiap kali saya pergi ke Bogor, orang-orang seperti Pagi, Pak Tony dan Belia pada saudara dipercayakan wilayah Bogor.
하나님이 그 지역에 살게 해주고 당갑니다. 그 지역이 하나님 나라 이거예요.
And what is the reason that God allow you to live in that area?
Jadi apa alasan kenapa Tuhan memperbolehkan saudara untuk hidup di wilayah itu?
And there is no other reason.
Tidak ada alasan lain.
It is to save that area.
Alasannya untuk menyelamatkan wilayah itu.
여러분이 하나님 나라를 누리세요.
That's why you must enjoy kingdom of God
Itulah sebabnya
first.
saudara harus pertama-tama menikmati kerajaan Allah.
여러분 이곳에 사단이 결박되고 흥행의 사부 하나를 만드는 거예요.
So wherever you may are, if the Satan is really bound, and then if the Holy Spirit really works upon there, then it means that the kingdom of God comes upon
Itulah
you.
sebabnya kemanapun saudara pergi dan ketika kerajaan kuasa kegelapan itu diikat dan Roh Kudus yang bekerja di atas, maka kerajaan Allah datang atas tempat itu.
생각해보세요. 어떻게 하면 사단이 결박되고 어떻게 하면 성령이 역사하는지 생각해보세요.
And that's why you have to think about this. How can this like Satan be bound, and how can the Holy Spirit work upon us? You really have to think about this. It's very
Sebab kita harus berpikir bagaimana setan diikat dan bagaimana Roh Kudus yang bekerja. Kita harus berpikir tentang hal itu.
그렇죠. 염려 불신하는 어떻게 성경에서?
And if you continuously like worry about something, and then if you continuously have disobedience or something, and disbelief, then how can Holy Spirit work upon you?
Tapi ketika saudara masih memiliki kekhawatiran, masih memiliki ketidakpercayaan, ketidaktaatan, maka bagaimana mungkin Roh Kudus akan
그러니까
bekerja?
절대 안 하고 어디 뭐지 머릿속에 잘못 구나서 어떻게 흥미겠어요?
And if you never pray, and then if you just utilize some like humanism or something all the time, then how can Holy Spirit work upon
Bahkan
you?
ketika saudara tidak pernah berdoa dan hanya melakukan hal-hal humanisme saja, bagaimana mungkin Roh Kudus akan bekerja?
여러분 아침에 일어나세요. 막 메시지 묵상하고 호흡 딱 깊게 하고 그죠? 여러분 웍사고 보세요. 그 시간 뭐예요? 성경에서 그 사전에 써있어?
And so think about this, like when you get up early in the morning, and then if you like watch that prayer journal message, and if you also do some deep breathing prayer, and then if you also like meditate upon the word of God, then how do you think? Do you think Holy Spirit work upon the time, and the evil spirit work upon the time?
Tapi coba pikirkan, ketika saudara bisa bangun lebih pagi dan melihat khotbah prayer journal dan juga merenungkan firman Tuhan, latihan pernapasan, lalu saudara pikirkan pada saat itu Roh Kudus ataukah roh jahat yang
아니
bekerja?
뭐랄까 성령 역사와 사단이 꺾이는 거잘 생각해보라고.
So you have to think about this really carefully, like how can you really like bind the force of darkness, and then how can it make Holy Spirit work upon
Jadi
you?
saudara benar-benar harus berpikir bagaimana untuk mengikat kuasa kegelapan dan membuat Roh Kudus ini bekerja.
알겠어요. 하나님 나라를 누리자.
Okay, that's why you must enjoy the
Itulah
kingdom of
sebabnya
God.
saudara harus menikmati kerajaan Allah.
그리고 이제 하나님 나라 확장시킬 미션.
And then now you have the mission to expand this kingdom.
Maka mulai saat ini saudara memiliki misi untuk meluaskan kerajaan Allah.
이를 지금도 주님 하고 계시기 때문에 내가 이 힘으로 하는 거다.
Even right now, Jesus Christ is doing this. That's why I'm just running this errand.
Bahkan saat ini pun Yesus Kristus yang bekerja seperti ini sehingga kita hanya
그래서 현장 들어가는 거예요.
And that's why I'm telling you to go to the field.
Itulah saya meminta kepada saudara untuk pergi ke ladang saudara.
그렇잖아. 복음 전해서 사단이 딱 당하자면
This is so because right now in the field there is no gospel at all, and then it is Satan who really
Karena pada saat
captures,
ini di
conquers the
ladang-ladang
field.
misi tidak ada Injil yang ada di sana, tapi setan yang berkuasa atas ladang itu.
어떻게 하면 됩니까?
Then what should you do?
Lalu apa yang harus kita lakukan?
비춰야 되니까요.
And you have to shine the light.
Kita harus memancarkan cahaya.
성경은 너희는 세상의 빛이다 이렇게.
So does the Bible tell us? It says that you are the light of this world.
Jadi apa yang harus kita pajarkan kepada kita? Kita
Ini
adalah
adalah
terang
bicara.
bagi dunia ini.
That's what the Bible tells us, that we have to rise and
Itulah
shine.
sebabnya kita berkata bahwa bangkitlah dan bersinarlah.
여러분 거기서 계속 전도 나누고 캠프 그렇죠.
And that's why in your evangelism like field, and you have to do evangelism camp all the time, like shining the light of the Christ.
Itu sebabnya ketika saudara ada di ladang penginjilan yang harus saudara lakukan adalah memancarkan cahaya Kristus ini.
그러면 여러분은 그거 안 사니까 거기서 그거 할 수 있는 사람 찾아서 그거 할 수 있는 시스템 만들어 놔버려.
And then when you go to the evangelism field, since you don't really live in there, that's why you have to like find and then raise a one disciple. Okay, we'll just do this and then make a system centered on this person, and then you can just come back.
Dan ketika saudara pergi ke ladang penginjilan, tentu saja saudara tidak tinggal di sana. Oleh sebab itu harus menemukan murid yang akan mengurus tempat itu dan akan membangun sistem di sana, dan kita harus
그래서
mereka.
그걸 할 수 있는 제자사 시스템 맞더라고요.
And that is why you have to establish a system to find out that
Itulah
disciple.
sebabnya kita harus membangun sistem untuk menemukan murid-murid ini.
하나님이 예배해놨다.
Why? Because God prepared them already. So that's why all
Karena
you
Tuhan
have to
sudah
do is just
mempersiapkan
find them
mereka.
out.
Yang harus kita lakukan ialah temukan.
어떻게 합니까? 300명 정도 된다면 되라.
So, like, what must you do first? You have to start. You can start with this 300 evangelism.
Lalu apa yang harus kita lakukan? Kita harus memulai dari 300 ini.
30명 영접도 되라.
And then you can also do this, like 30 people accept this
Dan
movement.
kita harus membuat 30 orang ini menerima Kristus.
그러면 나와야 3명 나와.
Then you'll find 3 people.
Maka kita akan menemukan 3 orang murid.
3명 하는 게 3명이 하고 3명 아니가 3군데.
So when
한 명은 나올
I
거야.
tell you like 3 people, it doesn't really mean that the 3 people in one area, but it is about like 1 person in one area. So 3 different areas.
Ketika saya mau berbicara tentang 3 orang, maksudnya 3 orang itu tidak ada di wilayah yang sama, tapi ada 3 wilayah berbeda.
그러면 그 속에서 계속 말씀을 쓰면 되는 거죠.
And once you have this kind of like
Yes,
system,
brother.
it's centered on the like
Yes.
disciple. All you have to do is to just do this word movement continuously.
Dan ketika kita mau bisa memiliki sistem yang bersumber dengan murid-murid di sana, yang harus kita lakukan hanya melakukan perintah firman saja.
여러분이 안 가도 들어가고 사회적 그렇게 만들어서 반드시 그렇게 놔두면 됩니다.
So all you have to do is this. You just have to really raise them up as a disciple, and so that to the extent that you don't really have to go to the field anymore, and then you can just leave that.
Jadi yang harus kita lakukan hanyalah membangun murid-murid ini saja supaya sampai saat dimana kita tidak bisa pergi ke tempat itu, tapi mereka yang akan bangkit dan mereka mengurus wilayah.
그때까지는 여러분 들어가서 계속 사회에서 양육, 훈련, 제자 삼아요.
But until the moment you have to visit the area continuously, and then you really have to like share the gospel, nurture them, and then you have to like give them training, and then you have to really make them as disciples, and then commission them later.
Tapi sampai di mana saat itu tiba, kita harus menemukan mereka, kita harus melatih mereka, kita harus membimbing mereka, dan kita harus mengutus mereka untuk menjadi.
주님 데려가시면 하나님나라가 왔습니다.
And then Revelation chapter 20 to 21, it says that when Jesus Christ would come to this earth again, the kingdom of God will be completed.
Dan Wahyu pasal 20 sampai 21, ketika Yesus sudah datang ke dunia ini lagi, maka kerajaan Allah akan lengkap.
그래서 여러분이 뭐예요, 그죠?
Therefore, what must you do?
Jadi apa yang harus kita lakukan?
해보고.
Restoration movement of God's kingdom.
Pergerakan pemulihan kerajaan Allah.
자, 여기에 여러분이 주님은 복음이 모든 것까지 세계 만드니까 우리가 세계 복음화.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 14. And just said that when the gospel will be preached to all the nations, and then it will come. That's why we have to focus on this world evangelization.
Matius pasal 24 ayat 14, ketika Injil kerajaan Allah disampaikan kepada semua bangsa, barulah tiba kesudahan. Sebetulnya apa yang harus kita lakukan? Penginjilan dunia.
그래서 부활의 주님이 다 마지막에 하신 말씀은 전부 입니다. 너희는 가서 모든 민족을 제한하라.
So the resurrected Jesus Christ, what did he say at last? And this is all about this. And he says that you have to go to all nations and then make disciples out there.
Dan Yesus Kristus sebelum dia naik surga, apa yang dikatakan kepada muridnya? Pergilah dan jadikanlah semua bangsa muridku.
마음의 심장을 천하만별 복음을 전파하라.
And Mark chapter 16, verse 15 to 30 says that you have to go to all nations and then share this gospel to this gospel.
Dan Markus pasal 16 ayat 15 sampai 30, kamu harus pergi ke semua bangsa dan memberitakan Injil.
요복 20장에 15절은 바로 뭡니까? 내 은혜야.
John chapter 21, verse 15 to 18, what does it say? It says that feed my lamb.
Yohanes 21 ayat 15 sampai 18, apa yang dikatakanlah? Gembalakanlah domba-dombaku.
사도행전까지 닦아를 내시게.
Acts 1:8 says that you'll become my witnesses to the ends of the earth.
Dan kisah Rasul 1 ayat 8, kamu akan menjadi saksiku sampai ke ujung bumi.
세계 복음.
Penginjilan dunia.
여기에 아까 봤 에이전트 신부로.
And then as I mentioned, and you will be an agent to run an errand for
내가
this.
정말로 이게 에이전트냐?
So am I a real agent?
Dan sebagai yang tadi saya sampaikan, kita akan jadi alat untuk melakukan hal ini. Atau agen.
여기에 부름받은 사람
Maka
맞다면
kita benar-benar agen yang sejati.
하나님은 여러분을 위하여 모든 것 다 줘.
So if you are the ones who are called for the sake of this number one, then God will prepare everything for you.
Jadi jika saudara adalah seseorang yang dipersiapkan untuk melakukan yang nomor satu ini penghidupan dunia, maka Tuhan akan menyiapkan segala sesuatu bagi saudara.
여러분이 이거하고 내가 상관없다면 뭐 올 필요 없고 갈 필요 없는데 상관했다면 하나님 우리 여기 여러분 통해서 하실 걸 여러분 응답받아.
So, like, if you feel like you have nothing to do with this, then actually don't really just come here or don't really have to come. But if you really think that you are the ones who are called by God to do this, then you really have to receive an answer about this.
Jika saudara pikir tidak tahu apa yang harus dilakukan sini, maka saudara tidak perlu datang. Tapi jika saudara pikir saudara harus melakukan ini, maka terimalah jawaban dari Tuhan.
자, 그래서 결론.
So, the conclusion.
Jadi konklusinya,
저는 뭐요?
What is the conclusion?
apa yang menjadi konklusinya?
자, 보좌의 주인.
Jesus
Yesus
Christ was seated on the
Kristus
throne.
yang duduk di atas
Mark
tahta
16,
surga.
19 to 20.
지금도
Markus pasal 16 ayat 19 sampai 20.
주의 사자를 붙잡고
Revelation 1:20.
Lalu
You right now grabbing hold of the Lord of
Wahyu 1 ayat
Christ.
20.
자,
Pada saat ini apa yang dilakukan oleh Kristus,
정말로 그리스도가 나의 주가 된 사람을 써서
And then he is utilizing the ones who really like, whose master is the Christ.
dia memakai setiap orang yang tuanya adalah Kristus.
자, 그래서 그 성령으로 드러나는
So Christ dwells in you,
Jadi
His Holy Spirit.
Kristus diam di dalam saudara dengan Roh Kudus.
얼마큼 확실하겠냐면 여러분이 정말로 내가 죽고 오직 그리스도가 살아.
And to what extent it must become sure, and to this extent,
Dan
like,
seperti
you have been crucified, and then only Christ lives in
dan
you.
kita harus menjadi seperti apa ini? Kita harus seperti ini.
이 사람에게
Kita sudah tidak ada lagi tapi Kristus yang hidup di dalam kita.
언약을 감사.
And then to these people, God imprinted new covenant.
Dan kepada orang-orang ini Tuhan menanamkan kepada mereka perjanjian yang baru.
그 세작은 그리스도 하나님 나라
Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 31 to 30.
오직
What is that new covenant? It is about this. Acts 1:1 Christ, Acts 1:3 His kingdom of God, and Acts 1:8 filling of the Spirit.
Perjanjian yang baru di Yeremia 31 ayat 31 sampai 33. Jadi
이 언약이 21가지의 또
tertulis
Chapter 31.
Jadi perjanjian Kristus, kisah Rasul 1 ayat 1 ayat 3 ayat 1 ayat 8. Kristus kerajaan Allah yang kepenuhan Roh Kudus.
And then this new covenant must become your essence of life with 21 things, 21 lifestyle.
Dan perjanjian yang baru ini harus nyata bagi kita melalui 21 hakikat kehidupan.
이렇게 각인 뿌리키고
So in this way, it must become your influence in nature.
Yang seperti ini harus menjadi hal yang tertanam mereka yang kebiasaan dalam hidup saudara.
그러면 여러분이 늘 사고를
If that is so, then you should do the 3 things all the time.
Jika seperti ini maka saudara harus melakukan 3 today, 3 hal hari ini setiap hari.
이것만 사는 거예요. 오늘의 말씀 오늘 기도 오셔.
All you have to do is just this. You have to just find out today's word, today's prayer, and today's evangelism.
Yang harus saudara lakukan hanyalah seperti ini, 3 hal hari ini.
하나님
Tuhan hari ini, 2 hari ini, dan
늘
pujian
말씀
hari ini.
주시고 성취하시고 여러분 기도 응답하시고 여러분 모든 역사를 하시고
There are only 2. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Only 2.
Actually, I read
3개로 했어, 3개. 2개.
여러분이 이것이 전도였다.
So the street today is the life of an evangelist.
Jadi treat today atau 3 hal hari ini adalah kehidupan seorang penginjil.
전도자는 사원으로 답을 얻고 늘 힘어두며 모든 스케일이 소리.
So evangelists, and they must receive all the answers through 3 days, and then they also receive strength out of it, and then they make all their schedules out of this.
Jadi sebagai seorang penginjil kita harus bisa menemukan kekuatan dan kita dari hal ini, dari 3 hal hari ini.
지금도 너는
Dan juga menerima jadwal.
And then Jesus Christ is looking for this kind of disciple right
Dan
now.
Yesus Kristus sedang mencari murid yang seperti ini satu.
여러분을 이 속으로 가도록 여러분이 훈련합니다.
And that's why, like right now, we like make you to receive training so that you can go to this direction.
Untuk sebenarnya saat ini saudara dilatih supaya saudara bisa mengarah ke arah seperti ini.
21가지는 내가 어디서 강의했더라. 그래서
He mentioned about 21 things here before, right? 보고로.
오래
21 hakikat kehidupan ini sudah dijelaskan di Bogor kemarin,
그렇죠.
hari Selasa. Terus.
자, 여기에 개인하는.
So this is about
Ini
individualization.
tentang gereja pribadi.
그래서 여러분이 개인이 이렇게
So that you, individuals, you must enjoy this lesson.
Jadi saudara secara pribadi harus bisa menikmati berkat ini.
제자는 이렇게
And disciples, you must receive this kind of answer.
Sebagai murid saudara bisa menerima jawaban ini.
그러니까 여러분이 계속 workshop을 하라는 여러분이 가격풀이 안 돼. 맞기 때문에 해야만.
The reason that I like tell you to do the workshop is because you don't really have this simple nature yet. That's why I'm telling you to repeat the same thing again and again.
Alasan kenapa saudara harus melakukan workshop karena saudara masih tertanam dengan hal-hal yang lain sehingga saudara bisa melakukan ini terus ditanamkan.
여러분이 이렇게 하고 계시면 하나님이 여러분 만나보세요.
Why? Because once you do this, then God will allow you to have a meeting with someone.
Karena ketika saudara bisa melakukan seperti ini maka Tuhan akan membuat
여러분이 이렇게 된 사람
perjumpaan.
And then if this takes place for you, then God will also attach some people to you who will do this.
Perjumpaan di mana Tuhan yang memberikan kepada kita orang-orang seperti ini juga.
그 사람도 여러분 닮아요.
So those people, they'll also be like you, so they'll also be able to enjoy this lesson.
Jadi orang-orang yang berjumpa dengan kita adalah orang-orang seperti kita sehingga mereka juga bisa menikmati berkat yang sama.
그럼 여러분 이게 뭐 이렇게 이은다고요. 교회야.
This kind of answer will come to you.
Maka
Churchification.
jawaban seperti ini yang akan datang bagi saudara.
어른 사람들이 모이는 교회.
So Acts 1 verse 14. So the church where these kind of people gathered there.
Gereja yang berkumpul, gereja yang terkumpul. Kisah Rasul 1 ayat 14. Gereja di mana mereka berkumpul bersama-sama.
그 교회가 뭐죠?
So what is that church?
Dan gereja ini apa?
아이가 다 이거 가족이 가지고 설계했어요.
Kisah Rasul 2 ayat 42.
They only see the teaching from the apostle, and then they also gather together, and they broke the bread, and then they had fellowship.
Mereka berkumpul bersama-sama, memecah roti bersama-sama dan mendengarkan khotbah para rasul.
하나 2개월 더요. 다윗 2장 1절하고 다윗 10장 19절 30절.
Through this church, the work
10장 22, 3절.
in Acts chapter 2 verse 2 verse chapter 2 verse 1 to 47. 1 to 47 will take place, and then Acts chapter 13. Okay. Acts chapter 11 verse 19 to 30 and then Romans chapter 16 verse 20. 16 verse 1 to 23.
Ya, kisah
1
Rasul
to
11.
23. 1 to 23.
Oh. Kisah Rasul 2 ayat 1 sampai 47, kisah Rasul 11 ayat 19 sampai 13, kisah Roma 16 ayat 1 sampai 23.
이걸 안 하고 있다는 걸 자기 통념으로 다 드러내고 있다.
So like when Rano translates, actually the Rano kind of show himself that he is not really enjoying the gospel chart.
Ketika saya menerjemahkan, ini menunjukkan bahwa saya tidak pernah menggambar ini.
반복하는데요.
We always repeat the same thing, but yeah.
이거 안
Karena
하는데
selalu diulang-ulang.
통역할 때까지 그거 안 하는데
So it means that like maybe I should just like translate some message,
스스로
maybe
내가 안 받아.
in general time. Maybe you should type, maybe not.
Jadi ini manusia mungkin cuma menerjemahkannya, tapi di banyak waktu tidak pernah menggambar.
이번에 안 해.
So this is from the subtitle.
격이 많다. 그여도 신경 지켜야지.
You guys have a lot of homework. I think here I'm trying all types of homework. You know, several.
정신이 없지.
Karena kita punya banyak PR, PITI juga banyak PR.
삶의 규모를 안 바꾸면 안 되겠네.
And that's why now you have no choice
맨날
but
그냥
to
대부대로 사다 그리 가지고는 안 돼.
change your like habit of your life,
Terus soalnya mulai sekarang kita
or your
belajar
lifestyle.
mengubah gaya hidup kita.
여러분 진짜 견뎌보세요. 그렇게 여러분씩 여유있게 그걸 못합니다.
And if you really start to do evangelism in a full scale, then you will not really have the kind of like leisure that you enjoy right now. You cannot have the like leisure like time. You can enjoy your like time right now, like you do. But if you really start to do evangelism, then you don't really have like much time left.
Ketika kita mulai untuk melakukan penginjilan, maka sebenarnya waktu kita sudah tidak banyak lagi.
생활이 딱 단순해져 버려요.
And your life will become really simple.
Tetapi hidup kita akan menjadi mudah.
그런 말 하잖아요. 돈을 쓸 수 있는 시간이 없어도 못 쓴다 그래요.
And that's why some people say like this. They do have money, but they don't have time to spend the money. That's why they
Ada
cannot.
orang berkata seperti ini, mereka punya banyak uang tapi tidak punya waktu untuk menggunakan
진짜?
uang itu, menikmati uang.
정말 성공한 사람 그렇다.
And the really successful people, they are like that.
Orang-orang yang sukses mereka seperti itu.
되는 게 맨날 먹고 할 수 없는 것들이 맨날 뭐 시간이 있을까? 그냥 맨날 먹고 돈 필요해. 그래서 먹고 놀아야 되니까.
And then not really successful people, for them, of course, they need some money. Why? Because they have many time. That's why they will have to spend some money. They have to like drink, they have to like play around. That, yeah, people, and that's why they need money. They need some money.
오늘
Tapi
궁금한 또 없어?
bagi orang-orang yang tidak punya uang, mereka ingin mencari uang, tapi ketika mereka sudah punya, mereka pakai untuk hal yang minum, mabuk, hal yang tidak berguna.
그렇죠. 궁금한 또 어떤?
That,
밥 먹을 때
so,
놀고
yeah,
놀아야
they
돼.
have some money to spend
돈도 할 거야.
on like buying something to drink.
Jadi ada
They
uang
buy something to
yang
eat or
bisa
something, but they
dipakai,
don't have some money to give offering to God.
ada uang yang bisa dipakai untuk minum-minum, ada uang untuk dipakai untuk beli sesuatu, tapi tidak ada uang untuk dipersembahkan kepada Tuhan.
정말 성공한 사람 그런 시간.
But like really successful people, they don't even have some time to do that.
Tapi orang-orang sukses bahkan tidak punya waktu untuk
그런 사람들 그런 여유가 시간이 없어. 딱 잡힐 줄 우리가 그러니까 얼마든지 돈 모았다 그런 건다.
And those people, they don't even have that kind of time, or the kind of like, yeah, they don't even have that kind of time to spend the money or something. And that's why their life is really simple, and then they also like save some money, and then they also give offering before God with it.
Tetapi orang-orang yang hidupnya punya banyak uang seperti itu, akhirnya mereka bisa hidup lebih mudah. Kenapa? Karena meskipun tidak ada waktu untuk menggunakan uang itu, tapi mereka menyerahkan uang itu sebagai persembahan.
그래. 하나님의 역사가 많이 나봐요. 다른 거 시간 되니까 그거 다 견뎌.
Once the work of God will continuously takes place, then actually there is no time or no leisure for you to focus on something else. Because you you have to just to focus on the evangelism, the work of God itself.
Tapi pikirkan hal ini. Ketika firman Tuhan itu mulai bekerja, maka kita tidak punya waktu atau tidak punya alasan lain untuk hal lain, karena kita akan menikmati firman Tuhan itu bekerja.
네. 여러분도 아직까지 보니까 너무 여유가 많고 너무 할 일이 없어요. 집에.
But for now, like when I look at you, I still can see that you have like a lot of time, and then you don't really have much things to do. That's why you get bored.
Tapi sejauh saya lihat saudara-saudara punya begitu banyak waktu, tapi tidak ada apapun yang harus dilakukan sehingga bosan.
나는 대ler이라고 하는 친구가 있는데요. 호주에서 말레이시아 자기 나라인데요. 할 마음도 전도해요. 택시.
And then there is a like guy from Malaysia, and then actually he's Malaysian, but he lives in Australia. And then like whomever he always evangelize people, even though he take a taxi, he also like evangelize taxi driver.
Ada seorang pemuda, dia lahir di Malaysia tapi dia pindah ke Australia. Kemanapun dia pergi, dia selalu memberitakan Injil. Bahkan ketika naik taksi pun, supir taksi dia memberitakan Injil.
여러분 아예 생각 자체를 안 하잖아요.
And in your case, you don't even think about like evangelizing
아예 생각 자체.
taxi driver or something.
Tapi bagi kita bahkan tidak pernah berpikir untuk menginjili supir taksi.
말하지 않으니까 여러분 말이 이거는 전도 안 해야 돼.
And then like in your case, you say like this, right? Oh, actually in Indonesia or in Malaysia, we shouldn't evangelize this driver or something.
Mungkin bagi kita berpikir Indonesia pun ataupun Malaysia kita tidak boleh menginjili supir taksi.
그러니까 그런 거 옆에 보는 놈이 겁나는 거야. 지금 모세인데 전도 그 사람 천사가 영접기도.
And that's what actually like some people who look at there and see they're on evangelizing others, actually they are the ones who are afraid of. But anyways, there are many evangelize people, and then there's some people they accept Christ.
Sebenarnya orang-orang yang melihat pemuda tadi namanya dia memberitakan Injil kepada supir taksi, orang-orang yang duduk di belakang mereka yang khawatir. Tetapi tidak terjadi apa-apa, maka beberapa orang pun menerima Kristus.
The life of evangelist.
Ini adalah hidup seorang penginjil. Bisa dimengerti.
오늘 하나님이 예비해 누가?
And who is the one? Who is the person whom God prepared today?
Jadi siapakah seseorang yang dipersiapkan Tuhan hari ini?
내가 오늘 시장 간다고 그래. 하나님도 시장 가서 혹시 만들 모르다. 여러분 그러지.
So for example, I go to the market today, and then maybe before you go to market, you may think like this. Oh, maybe in the market, I may meet some people that God prepared.
Jadi mungkin ketika kita akan pergi ke pasar hari ini, kita harus berpikir mungkin di pasar ada orang-orang yang sudah dipersiapkan oleh Tuhan.
오늘 내가 뭘 볼 일이 뭘 하다. 그 혹시까지 하나님 계획.
And for example, you may just go to somewhere to do something, and then in that place there might be some people who are prepared by God.
Karena mungkin saja ketika kita akan pergi ke suatu tempat untuk melakukan sesuatu, di tempat itu sudah ada orang-orang yang disiapkan oleh Tuhan.
그걸 생각하면요, 기도가 되고 그럼 준비해야 되죠.
So if you can think about this, then you have no choice but to pray automatically, and then you'll prepare
Ketika
something.
kita bisa berpikir seperti itu, maka kita tidak akan pernah berhenti untuk berdoa dan kita akan mempersiapkan sesuatu.
그렇죠. 그럼 혹시 전도지.
So that's why, and that's why before you just go to the place, then you may you prepare some like materials.
Nah, sebabnya mungkin ketika akan pergi ke tempat itu sudah siap dengan materi-materi.
대화가 될 때는 내가 봉전하고 혹시 안 될 때는 내가 전달을 해주고.
And then like when you can have some conversation with the person, then you can just share the gospel to them in person, right? And then if you can't just have conversation or something, then you may just give them material.
Dan mungkin jika kita bisa berkomunikasi, bercakap-cakap dengan orang lain, kita bisa mengunjungi mereka. Tapi kalau tidak bisa waktu untuk berbincang dengan mereka, berikan saya mereka materi.
전도자는 삶이 전도예요.
So in the case of evangelists, their life must be this, the life of an evangelist.
Jadi seorang penginjil hidupnya harus seperti ini, hidup seorang penginjil.
알겠어요?
Can you understand?
Bisa dimengerti?
예. 이거는 생각이 바뀌어요.
So your thinking must be changed.
Jadi pikiran saudara harus bisa diubah.
하나님 전도자. 여러분 진짜 보험 갖고 있고 하나님이 볼 때 여러분이 돈 지났기 때문에요. 여러분 모든 걸음 속에 하나님이 그리고 시간을.
So from God's perspective, if He thinks that you are a real like evangelist or something, then every step that you take, God has no choice but to prepare you for to disciple.
Jadi dari pandangan Tuhan, kalau saudara akan melakukan penginjilan, Tuhan yang akan menjaga setiap langkah saudara.
지금 300명 머리 넣으니까 300명.
So that's why from now on you will have to put those 300 people in your head.
Itulah sebabnya mulai saat ini saudara harus memasukkan 300 orang tadi ke dalam.
그러면 안 돼도 상관없어요. 아니 전도 안 되면 안 하면 되는 그러나 생각하고 있는 거 안 하고 다르다니까.
And then if you just think about this, then actually like whether evangelism takes place or not, it doesn't really matter. But the important thing is that like if when you think about this evangelism in your like head all the time or not, actually it is really different. It makes great difference.
Jadi jika kita berpikir seperti itu, maka penginjilan terjadi tidak masalah. Tapi kalau kita berpikir atau kita tidak berpikir seperti itu akan melahirkan perbedaan, akan kelihatan bedanya.
아 생각해봐요. 하나님 오늘 이 사람을 공부할 준비해놨는데 내가 가서 아무 생각 아예 전자 생각해요. 이러고 있으면 왜 하나님을 붙입니까?
And think about this. For example, like this person is the one whom is like prepared by God. But like when you guys go people and you just gotta go and then do a place or something and then person is there. But if you don't think about like evangelizing this person or something, then what is the reason that God will attach this person to you?
Coba pikirkan tentang hal ini. Orang ini sudah disiapkan Tuhan. Lalu kita datang berjumpa dengan orang ini, tapi kita tidak berpikir untuk menginjil orang itu. Lalu bagaimana Tuhan bisa mengirimkan orang itu kepada kita?
그리고 대련의 친구가 항상 전도에 다니까 하나님 모슬렘인데도 요새 본부에 사람 딱 붙여 이제 만나고 그게 있습니다.
That's in the case of the person like Darren. He always thinks about this like evangelism. That's why he always like evangelize. That's why even though Muslims, God also prepared like disciples of them. And then like once the time really comes, then God really attaches these people to Him.
Itulah sebabnya perbedaannya dengan pemuda yang tadi dari Australia namanya Darren. Yang dipikirkan adalah penginjilan, yang diharapkan hanya penginjilan. Oleh sebab itu Tuhan mempersiapkan orang-orang yang akan diutus kepada dia. Bahkan di tengah-tengah Muslim pun ada orang yang disiapkan untuk dia temui.
그러니까 지금부터요 무조건 만나서 보험 전하고 만날 때마다 보험 이렇게 생각해요.
And that's from now on you have to think like this. Wherever I meet from now on, I'll show the gospel to you. And wherever I go, I'll show the gospel.
Terus semuanya mulai sekarang saudara harus berpikir kepada siapapun saya jumpa, saya harus memberikan Injil. Kemanapun kalau kita pergi, kita harus memberitakan Injil.
그렇게 살아보라는 거야.
선생님, 이제 화장실 가야 돼. 화장실. 맞다. 화장실 가야 돼. 화장실. 완전 급하게. 빨리 가.
Singkutan.